me this problem on the board. This is a challenging logarithmic equation. So how are we going to solve this problem here? Now, first of all, if you have something like this, I want you to recall, if you have something like this, log square x, so this same thing as having log x, then all to the power of 2. So that's the same thing. So now, looking at this here, we are going to write this as what? As this. Are you getting it? So now from there, so we're going to have 10 to the power of log, okay, x to the power of 2 plus x log raised to the power of log x equals what? Equals 20. All right, so moving on. So we are going to do replacement. The replacement is that we let y to be log what? Log x. So now if y is log x, that is anywhere we see y, we replace with what? Log x. So now writing this in exponential form, so this will be, because automatically this log x is having what? Is having base what? Base 10. Okay, so writing in this in exponential form, we're going to have x to be 10 to the power what? 10 to the power of y. So now let's keep this, okay, because we are going to use it. Let's keep this because we are going to use it. All right, so we are going to use it. Let's keep it. All right, so moving on, we are going to have, or we're going to have, anywhere we see from this equation here, anywhere we see log x, we're going to put y. So we're going to have 10 to the power of y to the power of 2 plus x is now 10 to the power of y. You have 10 to the power of y. Then log x is same thing as what? The same thing as y. Then equals what? Equals 20. Are you following? So moving on. So we're going to have what? Now here, so continue. We have 10 to the power of y to the power of 2 plus 10 to the power of. So this we have to multiply each other, because from the law of indices, when you have a to the power of what? A to the power of b, then a to the power of c, out to the power of c. So this will be a, b will multiply c. That is product power law. Are you getting now? So that is called product power law. All right, so moving on, we are going to have this to be 10y raised to the power of what? 2. Y raised to the power of 2, then equals what? Equals 20. All right, so from there, the next thing we're going to do, we can see that this and this are now the same. So therefore, that is, we are going to twice this. So twice of that is going to be, we're going to have 2, okay, multiplying 10 to the power of y to the power of 2, then equals 20. So now from there, we can divide both sides by 2 to reduce it. So this, we cancel this, okay. So we are going to have, or we're going to have 10 to the power of y squared will be equals. So this will what? This will be 10, because 20 divided by 2 will give us 10. Okay. So now moving on, we're going to have, automatically, this is having power 1 here. So now from the law of indices, we can have what? We can have y squared to be equals 1, because the two sides are having the same basis. So from here, y is going to be, taking the square root of both sides, we're going to have plus or minus, then 1. Okay, so we move on. We have y to be equals plus or minus 1. That is square root of 1 will give us 1. Okay, so from there, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to have what? We're going to have y to be equals 1, or we have y to be equals minus 1. But don't forget that we've already stated that x is 10 to the power of 1. So we are going to do replacement. So recall that x equals what? 10 to the power of what? Y. So therefore, we're going to have x to be equals. So 10. When y is what? When y is 1, we don't have 1. Then the second one, when y is minus 1, we have x equals what? 10 to the power of minus 1. Or we can write it as 1 over 10. And that is the solution to the problem. All right. So we have what? We have the solution to the problem to be 10 or 10 to the power of minus 1. So these are the solutions. So that is the end of the class. So now, if you enjoy this class, please kindly share to your friends so they can learn from it. If you are just watching our video for the first time here on YouTube, kindly subscribe, like, and share to your friends so they can also, learn from this. Thank you so much for watching. So we meet some other time. Bye bye.